Get sticky like it be the weekend. I leave my nuts hanging and both of them clinging. My drip from the garden to Eden.
Hi everyone, welcome to XSection, brought to you by EMF. I'm Grace Hayden, this is Bella King and Lily Hines, and we're here in Auckland outside QT Hotels for the TAB Karaka Millions and the NZB Karaka sales. We've got a big next couple of days ahead of us, but last time we caught up, we were at Magic Millions. Nice to see you girls. What have we been up to?
So good to see you. Last time I saw you guys, we were absolutely flat out running around the sales. Lil, you had the fights. It was huge, but for me, the ball just kept rolling straight into Karaka. So much prep to do. There's so many great yearlings going through this sale. So straight back to the books for me. Lil, what have you been up to?
Well, that was just a massive week, wasn't it? So I took every opportunity to relax, do a bit of shopping, kick back, settled back in home, and straight away we're back here.
Love to hear it. Well, I was at the beach and then I headed to the tennis. Now the tennis was insane. I went on Wednesday. I was put up by Polo Ralph Lauren. I was dressed by them and we had a lunch provided by them as well. It was just an unbelievable day. The seats, we were right amongst the action.
What was the atmosphere like?
It was insane. I feel like Melbourne was just alive. It always is this time of year, but around sport they just get so pumped up. But everyone was walking around with AO hats, and the way that it works, so Rod Laver Arena's there's all these different activations around that people can get involved in, and it's just a party vibe, honestly. Outside you have the party, inside you have the matches. It was so much fun, and it always is. I want to talk about the match that I went and saw was Tommy Paul v Zverev.
Did you see Paige Lorenz?
I did. She was sitting right across me, and she's my style icon when it comes to tennis, and she is for so many as well, along with Morgan Riddle. She's Taylor Frizz's partner. I just love how the WAGs are really the inspo for everyone. 100%. Have you seen them, Lily?
I have, yeah. I absolutely love what she wears. Her sense of style is amazing.
They've
so
really
chic.
elevated tennis. Like, I feel like Australia is a sporting culture. We kind of just, you go to enjoy the game, but now it's become like an outing, I guess.
It really has. People doll up for the occasion, and we're definitely seeing that more and more at the AO, so it's really exciting. I want to get into the nitty gritty of the tennis though. Obviously Djokovic took on Alcaraz, and that was a 3-hour and 36 match. It was crazy. The crowd was going wild. Everyone was on the edge of their seats. But I loved at the end how Djokovic's kids were still awake at 1 a.m. in the morning, and he referred to them and said, sorry, I just need to stop this interview for 1 second because why are my children still awake right now? It's crazy, but yeah, it's cute to see how the kids are supporting him so much. There's so many shots of them going, yes, when he wins a point.
I love when they do that.
So much seeing your parents like that. I'm sure you can relate to that too. Like, just so much pride in seeing your parent perform to that level.
Even when you're young, you definitely admire your parent who performs on the big stage. So it's nice to see how that happens in all sports.
Definitely.
And then I want to talk about Wednesday night. Obviously, Sinner v the Aussie, Alex de Minaur. Sad to see Alex go down. It would have been really exciting to get him to have a win on Aussie turf, of course, but he just couldn't get the job done, unfortunately. And then we want to go into our heartthrob. I want to talk about Ben Shelton.
Let's talk about him.
Are you okay?
No. Obviously I have a boyfriend, but we can look and admire from afar. But no, Ben Shelton, I honestly love the way that he goes about a game. He just brings everyone's attention towards himself, and he just is always up and about. It's great to see. I love that he brings that element to tennis, which can sometimes be a little bit serious. I want to know, what do you think about the grunting? How some people are really into the whole
I want to know if they're taught that. Like, is that something as a little kid they're like, this will give you more power, or is it something you just do?
I think it would, because it's the same with kickboxing.
Really?
As if you're loading up a big shot, you always want to exhale to, I guess it helps with your energy tank.
I mean, I suppose us horse girls really can't talk. Like, some of the noises we make to horses.
Yeah.
So I would say with those massive heavy shots that they're serving back, definitely.
Yeah, I wonder if it's a mind game. Who knows?
Has
We'll
to
have
be.
to ask them. We might have to
Yeah.
interview at the AO next year, get a few players
Ooh,
to
yeah,
sit down and
I'm
have a chat
down
to
for
us. I want to talk about the women's as well. Obviously, Madison Keys, she hasn't made a final in several years now. Since the US Open in 2017 was the last time she made a finals round. So it was really exciting to see her get the win. And then, of course, semi-final last night, Sabalenka taking on Paula, and what a match that was. I love how they're best friends, but they have to turn it on for the game.
Yeah.
And we saw in the post-match interview how Sabalenka was saying, I hope she doesn't stay mad at me for too long because I want to take her shopping tomorrow.
Iconic the way she was like, I'll buy you anything.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh, it's so
True friendship.
It is really nice to see, and you'd see that in racing as well and UFC, how
100%.
people have to go up against each other and they're mates.
Yeah,
how do you turn that on and off?
No one understands your lifestyle too better than someone that you are competing against. So it makes sense that you are friends, but you really got to flick that switch and leave it all on the turf, hey?
All right, let's leave the tennis alone, and we want to talk about UFC. Lily, you're our girl. What's going on in your world?
So we do have Israel Adesanya. We are in his homeland, Auckland. He's over in Saudi Arabia. His opponent, Nasruddin Imamov, is who he is versing. So Izzy is working his way back up the ranks to potentially go for that title shot again. So can't wait to see how he goes.
Yeah.
And there were some big results last week as well.
There was our first pay-per-view of the year. We had Marab keeping his belt and Islam keeping his belt as well. So overall,
What happened with like the change of opponents there?
Yeah, so there was an opponent change the night before. It does happen. It's unfortunate for Armin because that was a massive opportunity for him that he now won't get for
Yeah.
what we've been told is maybe about a year. So
Oh wow.
that sucks for him, but what can you do? What happens in the sport?
That's it.
Injuries happen.
Yeah.
All right, now let's go into racing. This is why we're here. Bella, you know everything about the ins and outs of Karaka. What's going on?
So I'm going to get started on the home front. Back in Queensland, there's a huge card at the Gold Coast tonight. We've actually got the Gold Market meeting. The best of Queensland horses, Golden Boom, Derry Grove, all taking up the 1100 metres. Going to be a huge race for Queensland, but our headline for the Friday night races, definitely Moonee Valley. We've got the Australian Stakes. Southport Tycoon's back. He ran second in this race last year. I think he'll be back with a vengeance, especially after winning the 2 Group 1s. And then tomorrow we have another huge day of races, both in Australia and New Zealand. Sandown, Blue Diamond Preview. We've got 2 races, one for the boys, one for the girls. The Colts and Geldings edition is a bit light on this year. It's pretty much one horse that's raced versus the debutantes. So I think we're going to see some fresh horses hit the game and definitely some to follow on throughout the rest of their careers. Whereas the fillies edition of this race, it's huge. 16 horses, 1 emergency. Only 3 of the girls have actually raced previously, but I've got my eye on Miss Celine. She's 1 start, 1 win. Her last jump out was great. I think she'll be back fit and firing, and who doesn't love some Celine in their lives?
Exactly.
I know you definitely don't.
I know.
Do,
I
say
know.
do.
I know my sonny is. They're hiding away. But obviously, girls, what we're here for is the Tab Karaka Millions race meeting. Tomorrow night, it's going to be epic. Only 6 race card. Nice, short and sharp, all listed races, Group 1s, you name it, they've got it. I think that's what New Zealand have done really well. They're going to have our attention all night, straight into a DJ. And obviously, the 2 main races, the Tab Karaka Millions, we've got the 2-year-old edition and the 3-year-old edition. They're actually graduate races from the sale that we'll see Sunday. And Grace, I heard that you've got a little favourite in this race.
To Bravery Born. I just love the name. It really sounds like a winner. I can imagine the race caller going, to Bravery Born, he's won the millions.
Oh my
you know what I mean? He just has that.
You got to
vibe
manifest
about
it.
him.
You got to
Yeah.
manifest it. But
I can.
You
Ready,
are
everyone?
right.
Moment for manifesting.
You are right in that, though. I think it's going to be the Orange Army versus the rest. I am with you on To Bravery Born. Got the great form, undefeated, strong run first up, drawn the perfect gate barrier too. I think it's going to have a dream run and deserves favouritism, that's for sure. But
Yeah. I'm really excited for it to be a night meeting.
yeah, like you said, Grace, it's going to be the perfect entree as we head to book 1 of the New Zealand Bloodstock Karaka Yearling sale. This sale has produced some of the world's best horses. There's Derby winners, Oaks winners, Melbourne Cup winners, and actually the world's fastest horse course, Ka Ying Rising is a New Zealand bred horse. So I'll be keeping a close eye on that sales ring and taking notes on who our next champion might be.
Big things to come. But Lily, this is your first ever race day on Saturday. How are you feeling? What have you done to prepare? What's your outfit looking like? Are you stressed? What's going on?
How excited are you out of 10?
I'd say, that's an easy 10 out of 10 out of excitement.
Sure.
Preparing, I was stressed about what to wear a little bit, not going to lie, but I'm wearing...
Because it's a totally different concept, hey?
Yeah.
It's not like you're going for dinner. You've got to think about what millinery you're going to wear. Does it go with your outfit? Just tying it all in.
Yeah.
Looking at different themes that are coming up. I always get stressed. I feel like it's so much pressure to make it look all put together. Oh,
It is a little bit, but we'll both be in white, so...
we will.
I love both
Stay
their dresses.
tuned.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see what you guys have organised with the Boys Get Paid. I don't know what to expect with
You're
that.
going to have an epic time. So the Boys Get Paid. They're pretty much like New Zealand's almost elite punters. Like, you want to be a part of their club. They've got the high vibes. And one of the boys actually owns one of the horses that is racing in the 2-year-old
wow.
Karaka Millions. So I think the vibes are going to be so high. They will be absolutely riding the horses home, and you're going to have so much fun.
Punks the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Oh, how good will that be? Big things coming over the next few days, girls. We can't wait to bring you all the action on Racing X, so stay tuned for all of our platforms as we're bringing you another edition of The Yard this afternoon from the sales. The major sales start on Sunday, but we're just going to be testing out the vibes leading up to the Millions. Apparently, the catering is insane. Sashimi's involved.
It's supposed to be incredible. What they do at Karaka, it's so over the top, sophisticated, beautiful. I'm so excited to bring you guys back into my world once again.
I'm keen to see the difference between Magic Millions and the Millions. It'll be really, really cool. All right. Lovely to catch up with you guys again. Thank you for joining us for another edition of Cross Section, and we will catch you soon.